This week at work, once again, I had a discussion around how you tackle the issue of identifying and distinguishing yourself as a competitive force in an industry that's typically overtraded and overserviced, in amongst a group of customers or customer landscape where they're simply exhausted and tired of being marketed to. So there are a number of ways to get your idea across. The first is obviously you can communicate it through the written word. And words matter. The way you describe your value proposition, how you target your value proposition counts. The next way to do it is to perhaps show what you do, because words with a visual experience start to deepen the understanding of a potential customer and, more importantly, the memory they would have of you. And it reminded me to one of my earlier turnarounds that I got involved in. I got hauled into a family business. My father of 45, 50 years in work was facing a scenario where, as he moved towards exiting and retiring the business, it was an unsaleable asset in its own right. The business itself needed to be turned around. And what it did is it imported outdoor equipment and sports equipment, which it then distributed to multiple types of customers, independent stores, big supermarket stores, chain stores, cash and carry stores, and the like. He would import, for example, fishing lures from right around the world, cut them out from the brochures that he used to order them, and paste them into a catalog, which would then be photocopied in those days and distributed to customers. And hopefully they would then order off against them. It looked a little bit like this. So there it is. These were all individual lures that were stuck onto a big piece of paper, and these books were printed in the thousands. From there, my father argued that a picture speaks 1,000 words, and indeed it does. Part of the turnaround strategy is I wanted to change that method of marketing. And what I proposed to him is that we identify the 50 or 100 biggest customers, ensure that they themselves have access to swimming pools, and ensure that they themselves identify their 50 biggest clients. And the idea was, we would arrive at their homes on a Saturday, they would invite their customers and have a barbecue, and I would cast these lures into the swimming pool and describe how they perform. He argued, there's no need, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. In retort, I said, but an experience speaks 1,000 pictures. And here's the thing. You have a lure like this. It's got these little flaps on the side, and it does a very particular action in the water to show a clumsy, annoying piece of competitive fish for a big fish to snap up and grab it. Alternatively, you have one like this that bounces on top of the water. And again, the variety of colors is enormous. You have one like this that, if you listen carefully, rattles in the water. And then you have this delicious looking thing, which could be, a late night out the following morning result. But each of them need to be shown and described both through words, through eyesight, and through the physical experience of playing with them to create that experience. The long and the short of it, it was that and that alone that turned the business around, and 3 years later secured that business's position as the leading supplier of lures across the territories that it operated in, which in turn secured the growth in the business needed to have it exited successfully and secure the retirement for the family. Picture speaks 1,000 words, but an experience speaks 1,000 pictures. Think about how you can create an experience around your product or service in order to ramp up sales, secure longevity in the relationship with your customers, and turn your business into that future asset. Until next week, have an entrepreneurial day.